Coming to you live today from the top secret broadcasting bunker here at Area 52, right next door to Area 51. And Area 51 is located at 1230 American Legion Drive, so we're right next to that at 1233 American Legion Drive, Festus, Missouri. This is Pastor Mike, and I am online, and I am live, and you cannot see my email address. Now you can. Now you can. This is a live broadcast. I'm looking at you right now. Or no, actually, you're just looking at me. The email address, if you want to get in touch with me during this program, is pastormikeonline at gmail.com. Or if you're watching from the Pastor Mike Online website, which is the website that I posted on Facebook and Twitter, I believe, you just fill out the little form. Send in $30 check or money order. No, just kidding. It doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, good. If you have any response, any normal, decent response during the program, please share it with that email address, and we'll do our best to get it going today. I'm going to finish up today the thing that I started last Tuesday, and someone has already suggested that I put those on a DVD. And that is going to be done. When I get done with the broadcast, they're recorded while I'm doing this. And I take the recording and I send it to one of our helpers in Georgia, Brother Harmon. And he takes the thing, and I don't know what all is done with it. It goes out there somewhere. Jazz is posting some of this as video responses to the Watchman video channel. But anyway, he's going to make me a DVD disc, and he's going to send the file to me, and we will have these two teachings on DVD, and anybody that wants it. And the reason why I'm doing this, number one, somebody asked. But number two, I've just decided that I wasn't going to back away from false doctrine, from false teaching. I'm not going to apologize for going after it, and I'm not going to back down from it because I got to a point in my life where I wanted to know the truth. The truth was, there was nothing more important to me than the truth. And I can tell you that this came at a time when the truth that I wanted more than anything was the truth about Mike Hoggard. And God was making me face the music, as it were. He was making me face the truth about Mike Hoggard. I grew up in church. I went to Bible camp. I attended Sunday school class. A Wednesday night prayer meeting. I've been leading the singing in this church since I was about 16 years old, doing music, going to Bible college, and whatever it was. But one day God made me deal with the truth concerning myself. And because I thought I was a pretty good guy until God said, hey, wake up, Mike, and I did. And so I have a passion for the truth, and because the truth will make people free. The Bible doesn't say it sets them free. It says it makes them free. You can open the bird cage door. The bird doesn't have to leave if it doesn't want. And I think there's a lot of people out there who the door is open, but they just don't want to leave. They don't want to be free. But God put it in me to want to be free, and I want to deliver freedom to people. And the only way to deliver freedom to people is to give them the truth, to tell the truth. And so anyway, I'm going to deal with two things very quickly here before we get to the next part of the Perry Stone controversy. That is, somebody heard me mention Tuesday the name of Tim LaHaye. And they said, you were talking about Tim LaHaye, and you said Tim LaHaye, and you didn't say anything after that. And they were going, we were waiting to hear something about Tim LaHaye. My wife, right after God called me into this prophecy ministry, my wife saw a book at a bookstore, and it was the Tim LaHaye commentary on the book of Revelation. And so she said, you know, you might like this. So she gave it to me, and I'm reading this thing, and there's just some stuff that it just didn't make any sense. I didn't see any blatant heresy in it. But he was, I remember reading the part about Romans 10 because excuse me, not Romans 10. I got Romans 10 in my mind here because I may read that in a minute. Revelation chapter 10, and the mighty angel that comes down from heaven clothed with a cloud. And it was talking about the seven thunders, and Tim LaHaye said, now the seven thunders are the seven stages of the Roman Empire. And I'm going, what? And what it was is I'm going, where did he get that from? I don't understand where that comes from. Oh, yes, according to Dr. So-and-so of such and such archaeological blankety blank, the seven stages of the Roman Empire went like this. And I'm going, you know what? That just doesn't sound right to me. To try to explain something from the Bible with something outside of the Bible. And it just didn't sound right to me. I didn't know that later on what I found out is that we're to compare spiritual things with spiritual things. If there are seven thunders mentioned in the Bible, then the Bible is going to tell you what those seven thunders mean, what they represent, what they are, and so on. I'm not saying that I have an answer to that. I'm just saying that when I find the answer to the seven thunders, I'm going to find it right here in this old King James Bible. And that's just, I mean, and I'm stuck on that. I'm not moving. That's what I believe. But I remember Tim LaHaye, and he probably wrote this commentary 20, 30 years ago. But by the time it came to me, it was printed along the same, had the same kind of cover as the Left Behind series. So what he was doing, he was cashing in on this old commentary that he had by making it relevant with the book series that he wrote along with Jerry Jenkins called The Left Behind. And I remember somebody giving me a copy of Left Behind. So, oh, Pastor Mike, got to read this. Oh, it's cool. And I read probably the first 4 or 5 chapters, and I couldn't get into it. And so I closed it and put it away, and I haven't read any of it since. But there was a controversy. And this is where I want to go today, because in 2 Peter chapter 2, the Bible will tell us everything that we need to know about false prophets, false teachers, how to spot them, how to identify them, how to see them coming a mile away, how when they open their mouth, you're just listening for something and you go, okay, that's it right there. I got it. 2 Peter chapter 2 goes along perfectly with the book of Jude, and he said that there are false prophets also among them, even as there shall be false teachers among you. He's not necessarily warning us about some guru in India and saying, watch out for that guy now, he's dangerous. Of course he's dangerous. But he's referring to false teachers that are among us, in with us. Think about that concept. Now think about a traitor on the inside. Think about Judas Iscariot, who was numbered with the 12. But he betrayed Jesus and ultimately all the disciples. He betrayed them. But he was in there. He was with them. And so he said, there shall be false teachers among you. And then it says, who privily. And I want you to remember that, privily. That means done it in private, or there is a secret mystery to something that only they have the revelation of. Only they have the answer for it. You got to watch out for these people. Privily shall bring in, and here it is, damnable heresies. And I look at this 2 different ways. Number 1, the heresies themselves are damnable. In other words, they come right out of the pits of hell. Number 2, those who teach them are damned. Number 3, those who believe them will be damned. And so Tim LaHaye writes in the Mark, which is part of the Left Behind series. And I really think this Left Behind series is dangerous in and of itself, because it markets on a massive scale, and there's no telling how many unsaved people read these books trying to get an answer of what was going to happen in the end times. And the whole series itself was based upon this idea that, you know what, maybe it'll be okay if you miss the rapture. Maybe it'll be all right. If you see us 1,000 feet up in the air waving bye-bye to you, don't worry about it. Because in these books, we're going to explain how all of you people can still be saved and do this and do that. And I know there's differences of opinion on this subject, but I want to say this. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. And I know clearly in the Scriptures, that when it came time for God to do His thing on the earth with the flood, He gave clear and precise warning. Noah preached the gospel, warned everybody. Then he's on the ark and the doors open. And God says specifically, yet 7 days and I will destroy the earth. And then ultimately it was God who shut the door. And you think about that, because that's how Jesus identified Himself in the book of Revelation, is I am He that openeth and no man shutteth, and I am He that shutteth and no man openeth. So here God shuts the door on the ark, and it stays that way. Whoever is in is in. Whoever is out, and that's it. It's over with. And I believe 100% according to the Scriptures that there is going to come a time to the Gentile world, where God is going to draw a line, He's going to shut the door, He's going to be done. Go back and listen to the latest Pure Bible study. I recorded it yesterday. I know it's out on our church website. It's probably out everywhere else. Go listen to this thing, because I'm dealing with the trumpets again, and you see that clearly enacted. I believe, according to Scripture, that God is going to shut the door on the Gentiles, and that's you and I. He's going to shut the door on the Gentiles. He's going to open up salvation for Israel, for the seed of Abraham. I believe that 100%. But anyway, here's Tim LaHaye, and he's writing in the book The Mark. There's a scenario where one of the characters in this book, he's in the so-called tribulation, where is he from? Czechoslovakia or something like that, Romania. He is the Antichrist, and of course everybody got that wrong, because everybody knows that Barack Obama is the Antichrist, or that's what some people are saying. I don't believe that. But anyway, this guy in this book is dragged into some sort of compound, kicking and screaming. They knock him out or something like that. And when he wakes up, he's got a mark on him. Oh no! Oh no, I got the mark on me, and I didn't want that, and I'm going to go to hell. And he's told now, by somebody else, one of the other characters in this book, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. They marked you on the outside, but God looks on the inside of you. And even if you have this, God is looking on the inside of you, and you can still go to heaven. What? Tim LaHaye writes in his book. Oh, yeah, it's Nikolai. That's who it is. Thank you, Ricky. Tim LaHaye and Jerry Jenkins write in this book that if you take the mark, but if you don't want it, it's okay. God will still take you to heaven. That is in contradiction to the Word of God. Because if you read the book of Revelation, you will find out that everyone who takes the mark is cast into the lake of fire. No ifs, ands, or buts. Nothing. You take the mark, you've made your choice. That's it. That is listen to this now, it is a damnable heresy. It will damn people who, number one, let's be honest, okay? If it wasn't for the grace of God in all of our lives, what would we be out doing right now instead of sitting here with a glass of iced tea and a King James Bible in our hand? What would we be doing right now? Let's be honest. And there are people out there all over the world who are telling themselves, I read that Left Behind book, and I'm gonna, if I miss the rapture, I'm gonna take the chance afterward. I'll take door number 2, the salvation that comes after